Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Nurse Marcel. I'm coming to you with another video. Tonight I'm going to be talking about basically sex and emotions and relationships without sex, relationship with sex. So we just gonna have like a little discussion about this. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Please comment below and tell me what you think about this video. Please tell me what you would like to see, what you would like to hear. I also give advice. My email will be down below if you want to just email me any advice, tips, any tips like that. Let me know. So let's go into it. For me, being in a relationship and okay, so for me, I am very big on emotions. My thing is I have to be emotionally intertwined with somebody else. Like, I can't just say, okay, well, I meet a guy and I'm like, okay, cool. We go out one time and then we just boom, boom, bam. Like, you know, like bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And that's it. It has to be an emotional thing for me. For me, I have to be emotionally invested in you, meaning I have to spend time with you. I have to be, you know, get to know you as a person better. I have to see like who you are before I can actually give myself to you. In that way and in many other ways. For me, it can't just be, you know, casual. It can't just be a one night stand. Like, that doesn't, for me personally, and I just want to speak that out there. Like, I know women do it, men do it, and I'm not knocking anybody who does it, because there's a lot of people who actually have my same core values. Some people even want to wait till marriage. Some people are abstinent. Some people are just like tired of the games and just saving themselves, period. And I respect that. So I fall in line with I have to know you emotionally. I have to be emotionally involved with you, and I have to know you in and out before I actually engage into that or think about even stepping into that aspect. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Even if it's not exactly like, let's just say for a girl, for instance, she might just be like, hey, like one time, bye, like see you later type junk. Like, it's not, she doesn't like hold water to it. Like, it's not mandatory to be in a relationship. Like, she could just move like a dude. Like, it's like, okay, I did it with you, all right, bye, see you later. Because some girls get attached. See, that's another thing too. And what you want to do basically as a woman, it's always good to get to know somebody. So it's always good to spend time with them, to see where their mind is, and to get to know them. Now, if you just want to have fun and it's just for fun and you just trying to get a lick off and you just trying to, you know, chill out and not think too much about it, that's fine too. Like, I respect that. But if you're not on that type of time, and if you really trying to get something serious out the situation, what I advise you to do is take your time. Scout the guy out. Just get to know him for him, and don't be too rushy to get into, you know, a sexual relationship with that person. Because what happens is you take from yourself. You're not really gaining anything for yourself, because evidently if you waited and you seen what the guy's about, I mean, guys, people gonna show they behind 9 times out of 10 all the time. My thing is, if you wait it out though, eventually he's gonna show his true colors. She's gonna show her true colors. It doesn't matter, because you know, some guys, it's a majority of guys who sit there and want to wait too. I mean, I'm not knocking the fellas who do want to do that, but for you know, really majority of it is the females. And really for the females, I want you to like really think about, you know, who this person is, and is this somebody you want to give yourself to? Because I say this because giving yourself to somebody, that is a huge thing. Like, people don't see, I listen to people, I talk to people, and I hear it all around. Everything's all about sex. Everything is all about titties and butt and how pretty she is and all of this stuff. But people forget the core values, and people forget that sex is supposed to be spiritual. Sex is actually supposed to be between a man and a wife. And we all know, you know, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. And sometimes we slip up and sometimes things happen. I get it. But you want to make sure that at least that person is a good person. At least you know that person won't do anything to hurt you. At least you know that person is not grimy. At least you know that person is not gonna just drop you after they get what they want. You understand what I'm saying? Because some people are like that, and a lot of people are not sincere nowadays, and you gotta really watch out. You want to just make sure you guard yourself. You want to guard your feelings. You want to guard your heart at all costs. So I feel like emotionless sex is like, to me, it's like played out. Like, it's so much better when you have a connection with somebody, when you guys are like seeing eye to eye and it's a connection. It's like your souls combined together, and it's so much better. And I know from experience, I really, 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 really love a guy. I'm not saying I'm in love, but I know, like, when that time comes, it's very, very emotional. It's very, very intense. It has it's like almost like soothing, and yes, all that extra stuff come into play, but it's like a calmness. It's like, even though it's not right in the eyes of God because we're not married, but it's almost like it is right, like it is supposed to be, versus something that you're doing and you're not supposed to be doing, even though we're not supposed to be doing it anyway. But I'm just saying, you just know. It's just a common feeling, and it's beautiful. Like, plenty of times I've cried, and it's like, why are you crying? Like, but it's an emotional thing, and I do not show my emotions. Yes, me. I am very emotionless at times, and I sometimes don't know how to. I know how to express my feelings. I just don't want to. I choose not to. So I can become more very emotionless. Everyone will tell you that who knows me. So when that happens, when we encounter each other, that happens, I know that it's something there. I know that it's real. And I know that in my eyes, I'm doing the right thing. In my eyes, like, basically I'm giving myself to the right person, if that makes sense. And I know, ladies, I know you've probably gone through that. Maybe you've gone through that a couple of times in your life. Maybe you've never gone through that. I've had a friend who told me, like, I never cried during sex. And I'm just like, and she is just like me, but she's worse. She's like the queen of me. I'm like probably the princess. Like, she emotionless. She's with guys, she's bi and high, and she's engaged. Like, and I knew her for almost my whole life. And she was just like, I never cried. Like, what? Me crying? She was like, wow, that must be something. And I'm just like, it is. It's like really, really beautiful. And it's really, really, you don't get that a lot. You really don't. So that's why I say, like, you want to make sure that it's emotions involved, because it's even better, and you have a stronger bond and a stronger connection. And you want to make sure you have that, like, everybody who's just having casual sex, I'm not knocking you. I want to say that again. I'm not, because I feel like today's day and age, people is just bugging out. Bugging out, they wilding, no morals, no values, and everybody is just wilding out. I mean, come on, we got a pandemic going on. We have people who's losing jobs, family members. It's a lot going on, and I get it. And as the year's gonna go by, it's gonna get worse. Is it gonna get better? It never does. It's just gonna get worse. And I just feel like if you just have if you have a path to go on, if you have like certain things that you allow, certain things that you do, certain things that you'll say yes, certain things that you'll say no to, maybe it might make life a little bit easier. So, I mean, I just feel like, sometimes sex and emotion, being emotional, it goes together, but people like to put it apart. People like to separate it. And it's just like, why are you separating it? Why can't it be together? And sometimes it is together. Sometimes, you know, you get that connection, but then the other person is not connected in that way, if that makes sense. Like, one person might be connected in that way, and then the other person is not. So it's like, is it right? Is it really right if not both of y'all connected? If one's connected and one's not? It's just crazy. And I just don't get why people, and please comment below and let me know what you guys think. I don't get why people just look at sex as just sex. Like, oh, it's just that. We just having fun. It is what it is. Okay, bye. See you later. Why is that? Why is it that people use that for entertainment? People use that for just for the heck of it. People use that to throw it in your face. People use that to get money. People use that to, like, why? Why? I mean, I really do. I'm really like big on it being very sacred between two people. And it's just, it's weird to me. It's very, very weird to me. Like I said, I'm not perfect, and I don't live by trying to be perfect. I question a lot of things, and I see a lot of things, and it's just like, okay. And even me going through my path and my journey, you learn things, and it's just like, okay, this is not the right thing to do. Like, this is not what you should be doing. This is not how you should be. This is not something that you should, because let me tell you something. When you engage in these acts, right, with different people, or maybe it's not with different people, I don't want to say with a whole bunch of people, but I'm just saying with a number of people, that's energy. It's all about energy. So you're taking that energy from that person, and you're taking another energy from the other person. This energy is too much energy in you. First of all, you got too many energies going on. You already got your own energy. Then you got 3 other niggas' energies. Then you got, it's too much energy. Then you probably have kids. You got those energies. You got too much energies going on. Then it's like, then you have energies. You got like these connections, these clinginess. Everything comes apart, and it's just not. It's not just sex. It's not just that. It's a lot to come along with it, especially if you're a believer in those practicalities. Like, if you really believe in things like that, it can really be messy. It could really be very, very messy. So for me, I'm just like, okay, I just want that connection. And I just want that emotional connection. Everything in one. Just, you know, like, just getting off topic a little bit, just a little backstory, and just to show you, you know, that I'm not perfect, right? So I had decided from like maybe last year, late last year, or early this year. I was like, okay, so I'm not married, you know, and I want to date. Like, I want to date, see how that goes, you know. I was dating someone and I really, really liked him. And I was just like, okay, I really, really like you. But I'm not sure. First of all, like I said, I don't show my emotions. So I'm very, very, guard is all the way up. And my guard is up, not based on my past, not based on anybody who hurt me, anybody who did anything to me. My guard is just up just to be up. Like, that's just the type of person I am. I read a lot, I see a lot, I watch a lot of TV. So me just being knowledgeable of what's going on around me, my guard is up. So being that, I'm like, okay, I like you a lot, but I don't know about you. I don't know. And it's the same guy that I told you guys earlier in the video about us having a very strong emotional connection and how I cry, right? So this is the guy I said I cry about during, you know, the fun time, right? So I'm like, okay, I like you, boom. But I don't know. You know, I don't really know. I don't know if you're playing serious. I don't know. I really don't know. Ain't no ring on my finger. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know. So, boom, I took the liberty. I'm like, okay, ain't no ring on my finger. And I was dating different guys. Dating, not having sex. See, that's two different things. Sex and dating, two different things. You could date, go out to dinner, spend time, go out to movies, talk, car dates, like things like that is fine. Like, you can do that. And this is my point where I'm about to bring to you when I talk about energies, because that takes up energies too. This is the point I'm trying to make. So maybe about 4. I want to say adding him, it was 5, right? So 5 guys I was dating, right? One of them I was actually having fun with. And the other 4, I'm just dating, going out. They were taking me out, doing all these things. And it was a lot. Like, it really was a lot. It was a lot going on. Because you got different personalities. You got different energies. Just by associating yourself with these people, this is what goes on. This is what happens. So I was just like all over the place. I really, really was. And it was clouding my judgment on him, kind of, so to speak, because evidently at that time I really liked him. Now I love him. So it was like, it was clouding my judgment. And I was just like, okay, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that, but he has this, but he has that. I was just like going back and forth. I was like, yeah, but I really, really like him. He's really in my heart, you know. This is what's going on with us. But then because my judgment was so clouded, we couldn't progress because I was too busy going on dates. I was too busy like trying to kind of see if the grass was greener. And it was a whole bunch of other stuff. It wasn't just that. I don't want to get into what else was going on because everything wasn't perfect. So that's another reason why. But the point I'm trying to make is that dating those other 4 guys, even without having sex, it still brings chaos because you have these guys, and girls, ladies, fellas catch feelings. You would think, let me tell you, I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's y'all too. Comment down below. I know my ladies know what I'm talking about. When I say guys catch feelings, you don't have to have sex with a guy. This is why I say keep your legs closed. Keep them legs closed. Keep them closed. Keep them closed. You want that ring, keep them closed. Keep them closed. And I'm telling you from the same girl who loves this guy. And I do see him as my husband, right? But I'm having fun with him. So I'm telling you, ladies, I'm giving you sound advice. Close your legs. Keep them closed. Don't do nothing and just date and see how that goes. And when, I'm not trying to say keep it close forever until you get the ring. You can do that. That's number 1. But do not, if you feel like that's the one, if you feel like you love him, it's the one, then do it. Like, I'm not going to tell you not to do it either. I would suggest you to close your legs. But if you feel like you can, if you feel like you really, really like him, it's been a long time y'all been talking, then hey. But to get back on track with the 4 guys, no sex, and just dating, right? Right? It takes, everybody has their own personality. It takes a lot of energy to get intertwined with everybody. It's just like that. And it's not an easy task. So my judgment and all of that, getting to know everybody, it was just, and then on top of that, y'all, on top of that, I didn't even like them like that. Wasting my time. It was one guy I really, really liked, loved, and he was there, but it was just like, it was more of a being scared. It was more of a, the emotion was there, the sex was, you know, but it was just being scared because is this gonna be my first love? Am I gonna fall in love? Like, I'm scared. How am I gonna act when I fall in love? It was more of that. And when you can divide your feelings up, your heart is more secure. So when you have 5 dudes and you talking to all of them, you could divide your feelings and it'll be less likely for you to get hurt. It'll be less likely you to fall victim of the love thing, and to feel more empowered, to feel more in charge, to feel more that you have control of the situation. And that's exactly what I was doing, trying to get control of the situation, when all reality, the person that I wanted to be was right there. And I just had to work on that. I just had to do some sacrifices for myself that I didn't want to do, okay? Because everybody have their selfish moments. Like I told you guys earlier, I'm not perfect. So I didn't want to do that. I was like, no, maybe I could find better. Maybe not. Like, that's how I was negotiating the situation. In reality, I didn't even like none of the guys like that. Dropped one, stopped talking to the other. Like, it was just like, for me, that's how I am. Like, especially if there's no emotional connection. That's number one. So number one, what you want to do is, if you want to establish an emotional connection, and that's only with somebody that you really, really like you digging them, you want to make sure you have that emotional connection. That for it was no emotional connection. You could come and go out my life. And then on top of me being like emotionless, it was just like, okay, like, it's not that big of a deal. And I'll dance around and play with you and do all that stuff because I like to play games, but it means nothing to me. But you don't want that. You don't want to do that for the rest of your life. I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. And at this point, I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to see my mistakes that I made and trying to learn from them and better them and not make them things again. So for the most part, to sum all of this up, to basically get to the nitty gritty, you just want to have an emotional connection with somebody that you are having fun with, having sex with, all in the same ball game. You want to, it's just more beautiful that way. And I know everybody could vouch for that because that has happened one time, 2 times in your life. And you could think back on it and like, yes, it was so much better, like, than just casual, than just friends with benefits, then just a slide by, you know, then just like it was more meaningful. And that's what I'm trying to get out there. But the most important thing that I'm trying to get out there too is keep your legs close, ladies. Keep them things close, cross them, and that's it. Keep them close, lock and key, throw it away, put it under something. Close. That's the best bet, I'm telling you. Close, because at the end of the day, let me tell you something real quick before I end this video. At the end of the day, a dude is going to do what he want to do. Do not think sex is going to keep him in. Do not think giving Molly Wop going to keep him. Do not think that you being all cutified and you doing all of this and you buying him stuff and you cooking for him. I should put that in a whole nother video. It's not going to keep him. It's definitely not going to make him stop being cheating or whatever. It is him who's gonna want to be kept, who's gonna want to not cheat, all these things you doing for him, somebody else could do it 10 times better. Definitely. So you just be you, and you just do what you value. And I'm not saying that if you open your legs, he's not going to value you, he's not going to respect you. No, everybody's grown. It's not going to be like that. But will he see that you have values and that you value yourself more? Yes, he will see that more. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want you to think like, oh, if I close my legs, he's like, what is that really going to prove? It proves whether you, listen, don't let nobody tell you whether you got 3 kids and you want to close your legs and say, listen, I'm waiting to marriage, or whether you don't have none. Because then he'll see, if the right man will see your value and the right man will respect that you have this uniqueness about you. Because all these girls around here is popping it, dropping it, locking it. But do y'all really have core values? What is really going on in your inside instead of the outside? What's really going on inside? And a real man is going to value that. A real man is going to respect that. He's going to step back and he's going to say, damn, you fine. Like, everything you do is fine. Like, just how you think is fine. Forget the outside. That's a bonus. But how you think in your mind and how you move and how you respect yourself as a female, that's fire. My name is Nurse Marcel. I'll be back with you later. Bye.